The 1970s were a turning point for women's liberation. Across the world, women demanded equality, breaking free from the confines of tradition. In the heart of movement, the groundbreaking art songs took from Womanhouse, a space that redefined domestically through the lens of feminism expression. In 1972, Judy Chicago and Miriam Schapiro, alongside students from the California Institute of Arts, transformed an abandoned Los Angeles mansion into a radical feminist art space. They call it Womanhouse, a collaborative project where art installations and performances explored themes of gender, domesticity, and social expectations.
Among the observers of the movement, there was Japanese artist and filmmaker Mako Idemitsu. Residing in California at the time, she documented the project through her first ever 16mm film, Woman's House, in 1972. This 13-minute film does more than document. It transforms the space into a deeply psychological experience, forcing us to question the role of women in the domestic settings.
Idemitsu's film began with a slow and uneasy gaze upon the house. The camera does not rush, it lingers, inviting us to step inside as silent observers. Each room tells a story, a haunting reflection of expectation placed upon women within the house.
The kitchen. A space often associated with nurturing and care is transformed into a site of entrapment. The exaggerated design, the overwhelming presence of the house utensils, and the objects suggest the monotony of domestic labor. This room doesn't feel warm. It feels suffocating.
The bridal bath symbolizes marriage not as a celebration, but an inevitable fate, burdening women with societal expectations.
In another room, menstruation, a natural yet stigmatized aspect of womanhood, is laid bare. The open display of menstruation pad and red-stained surface forces confrontation with a topic often considered taboo. Idemitsu's camera doesn't shy away. Instead, it demands that we look, that we acknowledge.
What makes Woman's House so haunting is Idemitsu's use of cinematic language. Her camera is patient. It watches. The long, uninterpreted shots mirror the endless cycle of domestic labor. The silence is heavy, making every creak of the house, every movement within it, feel more profound. The absence of traditional narrative leaves room for interpretation, inviting the audience to project.
The film ends in silence, with an empty house haunted by the history of the woman who once filled it.
Mako Idemitsu didn't just record women. She gave it another life through her lens. As we revisit this space decades later, one question lingers. Have we truly left the confinements of Woman's House? Or are we still living within its walls.